ParaMaths progress tests will help you reliably assess children's learning and plan your next steps in teaching. You can find them in Resources White Rose Maths Edition. First, click on your year group and then find them under Type. The first document here is an introduction which lays out how to administer the tests, and then you get 2 tests for each half term, arithmetic and reasoning, so this mirrors what children will encounter in SATs later on. The first page of the test tells you how long the test will take, and then the layout of the questions is again similar to what they'll see in SATs. So once children have completed the test, you can find the mark scheme, also under Type. So progress test, mark scheme. And this gives a lot of helpful information. So you've got the answer, the number of marks, but then you've also got examples of incorrect answers that children might give and the misconceptions that those reveal. And then you've also got pointers as to how to look out for evidence of greater depth in children's work. Once you have all of children's marks, you can get insights from those by entering them in the Markbook. So go to Tools and then Markbook White Rose Maths Edition and select your class here at the top. So it opens up on the overview screen, but first of all, let's have a look at how you enter the marks. So go to the half term or end of year that you're on and then choose either the arithmetic or reasoning test and click Edit. You'll see the children listed down the side here, and then you can just enter children's marks in here. And it will highlight as green or red depending on how they've done. You also have the opportunity to write a comment if a child has missed the test or if there's something else that you want to mention. Click Save. And then once that's all completed, it'll look like this. On this screen, you can open a topic analysis, which gives you, for each topic, an all-school analysis of how all children across ParaMaths have done, and then how your children have done. So it'll help you to identify any particular areas of weakness. So for example here, adding and subtracting ones. For these pupils, they've scored 40%. Across all of ParaMaths, it's 81%, so there might be an area you want to revisit. So once you've input the marks for a particular test, that'll feed into the Overview tab. So this is where you'll find our innovative 6-point scale, which is all about giving you some guidance about how children are doing towards age-related expectations, from below up through expected and towards greater depth. So here you've got the children from this class listed. Amira at the top here is working at greater depth across all of the tests. Deborah's working more at expected level, whereas Alicia is working below or towards, and there's also one test that she missed completely here as well. You can also decide whether to just view your arithmetic tests or just view your reasoning tests. And then finally on this screen, there's all school average. So this is how schools across all of ParaMaths have done for this particular test, Autumn 1 arithmetic, and the average for pupils shown is the average for your class, so you can compare. And obviously the progress tests are only one way in which you will be assessing children against age-related expectations. However, this is based on data that we've got from the ParaMaths first edition and all of the tests that children completed there, so this is reliable.